Was Egypt and California wondering because they crossed the Red Sea? This is a really great question. Thank you. And I have touched on this in lots of other videos, but I need to do one big comprehensive video on this topic. So I believe she's asking this because on old maps, like in the older than the 1700s, almost all of them show the Gulf of California as being called the Red Sea, and it shows California as an island. Sorry, I kind of cut the image off here a little bit, but on this map, this is California right here, and it's an island. This body of water runs all the way up, and California is completely separate from the mainland. In some of the maps, it doesn't go all the way through, and California is more like a big peninsula. But then on some of the maps, it goes all the way through. So I'm guessing like maybe it changed over time. But it's this body of water is always labeled as either Vermilion Sea or Red Sea. And what we're taught and told is that the Israelites crossed the Red Sea. God parted the waters of the Red Sea, and Pharaoh and all the chariots drowned, right? However, that's not entirely accurate. The word Red Sea is superimposed on scripture. The actual word used is Yom Suf. The Israelites crossed Yom Suf. And Yom Suf means reed sea, R-E-E-D, or reedy sea, or sea of reeds, or not even sea. I haven't looked at this in a few weeks, but if I'm remembering correctly, the word doesn't necessarily even mean sea. It just means reedy water, basically. It could be a lake, a reedy lake, a reedy river, body of water. So the whole Red Sea thing is a bit of a misnomer. It's pretty misleading. However, the Colorado River, I'm not sure where it is on this map, but the Colorado River runs into the Red Sea, and the Colorado River is part of that body of water in that area that could have been referenced as Yom Suf, or otherwise known as the Nile. It's a whole other topic. The translation of the Nile is not entirely accurate either. Like, Nile is not in the Bible. However, Yom Suf, or reedy sea, what's the other word? Oh, Shihor, S-H-I-H-O-R, that's also in there. And these words all kind of reference, we clump them all together, right? But when you really break them apart, they're different words. They're all referencing bodies of water on the border of Egypt, which is the Colorado. The Colorado means red. The Colorado River is red. Or was, before they built the dams and stuff, it was very red. The clay is red and stuff. That's kind of what that's referenced as well. So the research that my friend, Seer of the Times here on TikTok, Pam, has done is showing that they left the Nevada area, and this all took place basically where really close to where the dam is now, where Hoover Dam is. And I do have videos on this if you want to check my playlists. I'm getting ready to do some more detailed videos on the topic, but from what she has mapped out, and from what I have also confirmed in my research, they would have left the Las Vegas area, headed up, and basically crossed kind of where Overton Arm is right now, which is where the Reedy Sea would have been, or Yom Suf. What Yom Suf was, I'm not entirely sure. That's where the confluence of the Virgin River and the Muddy River come together and run into the Colorado. And from digging into lots of old government documents from before Hoover Dam was born, best I can tell, that was a very, very marshy area. Like lots of standing water. Bog isn't the right word. But there's bogs where I grew up, but that's not the right word. But standing water. The word is evading me. But you get the gist. It was a very wet standing water area with the confluence of two rivers coming into another major river. How much water was there, I don't know. But also, another fun tidbit. Another word for reed is bulrush. Bulrushes, Moses and baby Moses and the bulrushes. So if you go down there, there's actually signs that say, bulrushes this way, pointing to them. So there's bulrushes that grow all up and down the Colorado there. It's a very reedy area. So anyway, I'm gearing up to do a more detailed video on that specific topic in that specific area. I just haven't finished it yet. I haven't got it done yet. There's a lot of research I've got to dig out. And I really want to find more information about what the land was like there before they built Hoover Dam. But the references I have seen is there was a big reedy marshy area there of some sort, and then also there was a massive metropolis right in there as well, which was covered by the Hoover Dam, or by the water of Lake Mead. And further up, there was a huge, thriving city that was like 35 miles long and 10 miles wide. It was massive. And when the Israelites left, they had to veer east and go around the Philistines, right? So, the land of the Philistines was further up, but I'm wondering if there was also like that big city there at the same time. Anyway, I'm getting ready to break that all down and do some more videos on it, but those are my thoughts on it. I know I was all over the place. Hope that makes some sort of sense. Let me know if you have more questions.